When you stop people pleasing, expect trouble. I said again, when you actually stop people pleasing, you can expect arguments and possibly fights, and possibly even the police getting involved. This is what happens when you stop people pleasing. Now, what do I describe as a people pleaser? Is somebody who goes out of their way to stay out of trouble. That's my definition of it. But sometimes you're gonna have to stand up regardless of what happens. Let me tell you guys a situation. I gotta tell you guys about this. I don't tell you guys about every single squabble that I deal with out here, because we all have them. We deal with them every day. You got a lot of jealous, envious people out here, just like the ones in my family. You think that shit is only confined to your family? Well, most of y'all know it's not, but it's everywhere. Just for the sake of conversation, it's everywhere. It's at your job, it's in your family. Most people are people pleasers, right? How else would you work on a 9 to 5 job that's gonna fire your ass anyway, no matter how hard you work? I can tell you guys, I can start a whole series about ways that I have gotten fired back in the day that was bullshit when I gave them my all. I can start a whole series about that. I can write a book about it. That's people pleasing. You working on a job that don't give a fuck about you instead of working for yourself. So we bred to be people pleasers. Now, when you stop people pleasing, expect trouble. Not that you're doing something wrong, it's that you're doing something right. And what are you doing? You're standing up for your rights, and not only your rights, but for people's rights. If they want to follow you, if they want to hold you accountable to what you are actually doing, which is standing up for human rights. Not everybody out here deserves to get treated like a piece of shit, man. But I'm telling you, when you stop being a people pleaser, expect trouble. Let me tell you guys a situation. I want to keep it long. I was at this store, and this guy. This is why I talk about me being intuitive. This guy gonna cut his hair bald like me, and I know he's cutting his hair bald. We ain't gonna talk about color. I'm gonna keep that out of it. This guy cuts his hair bald like me, and I know what. Remember, I told you guys about being intuitive and how dangerous it is when you. This is what the narcissists do. They gonna try to entrap you, just like what just happened. Guys, I just made a video about this shit, and it happens. But I already knew it was gonna happen weeks ago. I knew that this dude cut his hair like me, and I knew this dude. We're gonna call it swag, even though I don't like that word, but a lot of people are familiar with that word. We call it swag. So there are people who see my swag. They don't like it. It makes them feel some kind of way. I walk into a room, they say who he think he. Well, first of all, if people knew my history, they'll know exactly who I was. And if they knew my age, they'll know who I was too. Most of these people, I'm old enough to be their father that I come across in my day. That's number one. Number two, I actually got the experience to teach, regardless of what they want to believe. But then you got some people who are my age who are out here too, who are not exactly stepping into their leader position, and they're going to be jealous of you because you decided to do so. It's the same situation that happened with my family. You got people trying to be like me, trying to wear my clothes, trying to wear my style, trying to step in my shoes, walk in my shoes, swap destinies, all that, right? You got a lot of destiny swappers out here, and they're everywhere. So this guy tries to pretend he doesn't see me, guys. I'm in a store. He tries to pretend he don't see me. I said, watch this. I snuck over to the area where he knew I was, and then as soon as I tried to act like, guys, I even did it in a sarcastic way. Like I'm sneaking, like I'm really some kind of cat burglar. And then he comes flying out the door acting like, oh my God, this black guy, he did something. Guys, and there's a lot of people out here too. We could throw race into this. It has a lot to do with it. You got all these immigrants in here now. And a black bald dude walks into a store. Oh, he must be the problem. He's the bad guy. And you got people who actually try to take advantage of that, guys. Like we living in 1980 or some shit. But anyway, and this guy, remember, he's trying to be like me, but at the same time, he's trying to use the system and cameras to swap destinies with me. He's even trying to be Heru at his workplace. And then on top of that, most of the time, or in this guy, he's not even of the same sexual persuasion as me. That's another thing. People mad because I ain't gay. Go figure. But that's a whole nother topic. Anyway, just to close it out, so he tries to come out and pretend like I did something wrong. Then he turns around and go tells the manager that I touched him. Oh my guys, this is what these narcissists, this is what they do. This is what they do. The manager comes out, this guy's like half my age. I immediately I have to tell people my age, first of all. They must know who they talking to. You're not talking to somebody who's 5-10 years older than you. You're talking to somebody who could be your goddamn father, first of all. I have to start pushing my age like that. I don't have a choice because my face, people just for some reason with my face think they can play games with me. But I don't even have to tell them my age. I'm actually more physically stronger than regardless of if it gets to that, you know what I mean? But people like to test you. Because you ain't walking around out here with tattoos. And you don't have no criminal record. People fuck with you because you don't have a criminal record. Or if they knew you don't have a criminal record, they like to try to push your buttons. This is what happens if you decide to stop people pleasing. You expect trouble. People gonna test you, but it don't have to get out of hand. And most of the time you're gonna handle it in a dignified way. In this case, the manager came out. I told him what happened, and I told him how I played the game with this dude. And you know what the manager knew. First of all, guys, I'm seeing new, like it feel like I'm running in and out of time dimensions, timelines. I'm seeing different people every single week. I don't even know. It don't matter if it's a manager, an employee. I've never seen these people before. From week to week, I've never seen these people before. Then you got the one dumbass who's been working there for 5 years. And that usually be the one that's jealous of me, the one who's just been taking it up the ass for all that time. Everybody else just getting switched out. They like, fuck this shit. I ain't doing this shit. That's the motherfucker. And the crazy thing about the people, guys, who start trouble with me, who've been taking it up the ass for all that time, they don't even have to do what they doing. They just don't have the nuts to do something else that can probably pay them more. I can see it. It's written all over their face, what they doing. But anyway, just to close it out, guys, the manager comes out and he knows that the story that I'm telling him is true. You know why? Because he knew the motherfucker that went back there talking about I touched him was bullshit. He probably been into some other altercations with people on the job. He's upset because he's been there for a long time taking up the ass while everybody else just coming in and motherfucker like fuck that. He don't have enough to say fuck you. See? When you stop people pleasing, you are to expect trouble.